the impeachment bill that is currently before Senate. I personally heard the majority leader of the Senate say that that bill is meant to cure or to remedy the problems that arose after Governor Sonko was unlawfully handed out of office. So let us not, Honorable Chair, fall for that mistake. My last point for me, Honorable Chair, is what my learned senior, and as we've been saying, the Honorable Member for Waldai is the real face behind this impeachment motion. And as my learned senior confirmed, he even met her yesterday evening. He met her yesterday evening and she was telling him she does not even have a child with the Honorable C.S. Linturi. Clear, what would be the motive for the council representing the sponsor to meet her if she is not the real face behind the motion? And the entire ground two, all those allegations that point to these personal, family, civil, commercial disputes are between the CS and the member for Aldai constituency. So clearly she is a face behind this motion. And that is why we're saying this motion is actuated by malice and personal vendetta. Honorable
Mario, please let us continue because it's just about to conclude. I want to protect the lady in question. We are talking about Linturi, not the ex.
Thank you.
Honorable Mario, the matter was brought by the sponsor of the motion.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, for the protection. Honorable Chair, my last point for me is let us do justice. As my senior said, justice is a two-sided coin. And injustice to Linturi does not mean justice to the farmers. Justice for the farmers does not mean injustice to Linturi. Let justice be done to either party. And the CA sympathizes with the plight of Kenyan farmers. The farmers who are duped, they have suffered enough. But let justice be done for both parties. Thank you, Honorable Chair, and the Honorable Committee for listening to me.
Thank you for
Chairman, I don't know whether you will allow me
keeping time. Yes, 1 minute I will allow you.
Chairman, let me make the comment. I'm really not going to be in the last one. I will watch my friends as it. Just want to remember.
Honorable Ministers, Cabinet Minister, please go in front and Mr.
Chair, as he's going there on a light note, CS Linturi is the chairperson. It is not chairman because our chair is the lady.
Chairman, on a point of order, Chair. Chairman is a position. Can be a lady. And I'll tell you, there's a lady who was elected the chair of the Dorian Club. And she said, I will be called the chairman. That was Dr. Professor Yeko. And she remained as the, it doesn't have a gender orientation.
I know man stands for God, but please, because of time, let us allow the Cabinet Minister to continue.
Thank you, Chair. And Chair, let me appreciate what the committee is doing, because that's a constitutional responsibility to discharge. But I've inclined, just been felt that I must really say something, because Chair, whatever I've gone through for a number of years, and which is also manifesting itself here, it's not anything I would want to wish any human being. It has been a long journey, very painful. And when I thought I'd gone through that kind of trauma, the motion here is here with the same stories that I've been trying to fight over years. When Learned Council Amino tries to trivialize this matter. It pains me because it doesn't know how painful it is. Because, Chairman, there is no, in the history of the judicial system, nowhere, and this matter has ever been done or conducted live on TV. It was mine. And that was the reason when Dr. Mudomidi Ankolu tries to contextualize this story, then it's not taken seriously. Just like as mentioned, there's a judgment there by Ngundi, which clearly in a paragraph says that is what happened. When counsel for the mover accepts in before this committee that was called, I was having a discussion with the so-called, with the person that we are referring to as a proxy. One wonders what is it that was being discussed. So, members of this committee, I would want to say one time that as we look into this matter, let us really look at the matter on the basis of evidence and the fact. I am ready to defend myself, and I really know the pain that the number of farmers that really interacted with the few bags of fertilizer, I really feel for them. And I've taken corrective measures from the ministry. Those people that we believe were culpable have already taken plea. And Chairman, I want to leave it at that, but it's very painful for me because when I took over the ministry, the country was in a crisis, didn't have food. We are trying to import food. We've produced 67 million bags within the first year. And when we are telling people going back to the farms, I thank the farmers that came to listen to us. I was shown Jahon, and because this is what I would call occupational hazard. Because it comes with the job I'm doing. But remember, members, I sat on that side for 15 years. You may also cross to this side. So as you decide on this matter, please note do justice. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Members, we are done with opening statements from both the parties. Now we will proceed to evidence taking. Honorable Jack Wanani Wamboka, Member of Parliament for Bumula constituency, you have 4 hours. And I ask the clerk now to administer the oath because you are the first witness.
I'm sure you need a break or break.
Shall be proving to this end of the select committee. Fertilizer that turned out to be a different thing. In the words of the minister, Mara soil conditioner, then later on admitted that it was fake fertilizer, contaminated fertilizer. And the next effect, Madam Chair, I've built a scenario of one farmer. After using that fertilizer, his maize could not go beyond half a meter above the ground. It ends there. And now trouble is, we are told that that will affect the soil because some had to pull down the maize and replant. But now on replanting, because of the effect of that fertilizer, there is no even germination.
You talk about before you go into the details and all that.
that the committee understand. When the government announced this program, did you people in the constituency take it up?
Yeah, people are excited. They went to National Cereals and Produce Board doors, and you know, they have to line up. Some of them have to even wait for it, take turns to be on the lines for even a day or two. Yes, they went and got it. And as we shall be proving here, you know, you apply, you get a message, then you go, yeah, from government business.
So you do confirm to the committee that your people applied as a Bumula constituency, and was it something that was countrywide?
It was something that was countrywide, as I indicated. I'm not only a leader of Bumula constituency, but I'm a leader in the Republic of Coast. So as we will be demonstrating, there are people from other regions, agricultural regions, from the Rift Valley, where my brother Jekonga comes from. Yeah, from Mount Kenya, where Guri comes from. Yeah, so people from every region of this country who are farmers, yes, that applied, they went and bought, but it turned out to be fake.
It turned out to be fake, as you say, yeah?
Yes.
Now, was it just fake in your constituency, or it was fake all over?
As we will be proving to this committee, it was fake all over. We have fake fertilizer from across, from Central, from Rift Valley, from Western Kenya. Farmers are crying. There's no food. Some of them use that money to take their children to school. Some of them use that to just a minute. Yeah. Some of them use that for even medication purposes. The little they get, they sell when they are sick. Yeah, they go to hospital. They use that money.
So basically, you're telling the committee that your constituent members entirely depend on most of, let's say to a large extent, depend on agriculture.
Yes.
Now, these effects of the fertilizer, were they just in your constituency, or it cuts across overboard?
Across Kenya.
It was across Kenya.
Yeah, majorly in the agricultural region.
Now, having that information that the fertilizer is fake and it's affecting our crops and all that, did you care to find out where it came from or something like that?
Yeah, of course, it's very indicative about where the fertilizer came from, because it came through National Cereals and Produce Board. And as a legislator, I had the duty now to try and find out and act some of these things. One is that I wanted to find constitutionally who is mandated to supply such fertilizer. And as we were proving to this house, it is not National Cereals and Produce Board. It is not. This Parliament, National Assembly, through Fertilizer Act, requires the minister, and it says he shall, the minister shall form the board, constitute the board, operationalize that agency. Now, the mandate of distribution of this fertilizer squarely falls on the fertilizer board, the agency, the National Assembly, the act the National Assembly created, and it gave its schedules, what are they called in legal terms, in 2022.
If you have wasted, the committee will graciously agree to add you.
Much obliged. Why is it that when it comes to him, he complains? We took almost 20 minutes when I was making my presentation here, and we didn't complain. In the morning, it was the same thing, and when they finished, you still allowed them to talk. So, but he doesn't want to be accountable. So let's just be fair.
Please let us not interfere with our progress. Allow him to continue and respond to the questions because he's just doing the cross-examination. Allow him to do what he's supposed to do.
Honorable Wanami, I will ask you a very specific question. Your motion has ground 1, which is about the Constitution. It has ground 2, which is about reasons to believe a crime has been committed. And it has ground 3, which is about gross misconduct. Is that correct or incorrect?
Yes, you said.
Correct or incorrect, sir?
Yes, you said.
Good. Is there any allegation in your motion relating to the breach of the Fertilizer Act? Either in ground 1 or ground 2 or ground 3. Either it is there or it is not there. Which will you take?
I can refer to, can I be helped by my counsel, my legal counsel?
I put it to you, sir.
No, I'm talking to the chair. You are not the chair. Just hold on. Relax, counsel.
It's not about relaxing, it's about wasting time, Honorable Chair. The mover should be aware of the contents of his own motion. Unless he doesn't know it, then...
I've asked a question. I need the chair to make a determination on it, counsel. What's the problem with that?
I think he can be helped if he needs to clarify.
Yes.
Okay, we'll proceed as your hands are checked.
I think, Chair, the act is an act of parliament, a subsidiary legislation that was made pursuant to the Constitution of Kenya. So if there are gross violations of the Constitution, they would go even to the
Chair, kindly.
Chair asked a very simple question. The motion has 3 grounds. I just want to be shown which ground mentions any breach of the Fertilizer Act.
Which you have.
Honorable Wamboka,
Yes.
please respond to the council.
By extension, by and large, it's about violation of the Constitution.
So
the
we'll
Fertilizer
take it as-
Act
so that we
is
move.
part of the Constitution.
It is clear that the Honorable Committee can read. I put it to you. There is not a single allegation in this motion relating to the breach of the Fertilizer Act. So let's move to allegation number 1.
Through the chair. It was my responsibility to connect the minister and the charges that we have put. And that breach is the act. So in itself, I'm confirming to this house that indeed there is a connection between what we are saying and the minister.
Let's go to ground 1 of your motion, sir. You will agree with me the threshold you have pleaded of proof is the word appears. Correct or incorrect?
Let me get a copy.
I suggest you also get a copy of our response because we'll be referring to it quite for a while. Read ground 1, Roman 1, sir. The words you have used is that the cabinet secretary, quote unquote, appears to have committed a gross violation of the Constitution. Is that what your motion says?
Proceed, yes.
So you will agree with me, you have not made any emphatic claim that the cabinet secretary has breached the Constitution. What you have alleged is that he appears. Those are your words, appears.
Which we've come to confirm by evidence.
Just
provided.
confirm for now, yes or no, sir?
I said appears, but we are here to confirm that, which we have.
Just answer my question. the complaint you have lodged is not that the minister has breached the constitution, but that he appears, quote unquote, to have breached the constitution. It is there in black and white, Honorable, and let me confirm we move on.
It appears, which we have confirmed, that he has breached
Good.
the constitution.
Good. You confirm the whole of ground 1, which runs from 1A to E. The complaint is appears. There is no specific complaint of an emphatic wrongdoing. It is apparent wrongdoing. Yes or no, sir?
I'll ask my lawyer.
Okay, your lawyer is not the one under cross-examination, so that my time is not wasted.
But the chair ruled on that.
Gimmicks, Honorable Chair, will invite the committee anyway as I answered the question is asked. Now, please confirm under allegation number 1, which is indeed the linchpin or the most important part of your case, is the complaint that appears on page 2, Roman 2, which is, quote unquote, approving procurement and distribution of fake fertilizer. Would I be correct to say that is the crux of your case? That the cabinet secretary, quote unquote, approved procurement and distribution of fake fertilizer.
All grounds are cracks of this motion.
Let's stick to this one for now. So I'm the one asking questions, and sorry, you have to answer them.
But you
The question is as follows.
The crack of this.
The cracks of ground 1, what you claim the minister did, is quote unquote approving. I'm reading Honorable Chair Roman 2 on page 2. Roman 2 of your motion, Honorable Member, ground 1, paragraph A, Roman 2.
Which page is that?
Page 2. I can even show it to you, sir.
No, just say the page.
So confirm to us, please, that the complaint is quote unquote approving procurement and distribution of fake fertilizer. That's the matter before this committee, isn't it? This is your motion, sir. Correct or incorrect?
Proceed, yes.
No, you have to answer. I can't just proceed.
But I said yes.
Good. Are you aware, sir, that procurement approvals must be in writing? Either you're aware or you're unaware.
You didn't mean to respond?
Yes, you have to respond. Are you aware, sir?
Procurement is a process.
That's not my question.
Procurement is a process.
My question, sir,
You're
is
looking
this.
at the tail end.
Please listen to the question, Wesh. Are you aware that all procurement approvals must be in writing?
There are several sections. You are choosing only one.
Let's just what I asked.
Read to them together.
Honorable Wanami, and unfortunately, I'm allowed to be selective in the questions I put to you. So just answer them. So my question is, does Article 152(5)
Chair, order.
6?
Point of order, Chair.
Honorable Yusuf.
I think the time is not moving. I don't know why. And
Ms. Chibi as well.
Secretariat, please, can you confirm on that?
We have really gone.
It is moving.
It has started now.
Honorable Wanami,
Yeah.
does Article 152, sub-Article 5, 6, 7, all the way to 10 as alleged in 1E at page 5,
Yes.
impose any duty on the cabinet secretary?
You can read them and answer them.
Either it does or it doesn't. I put to you, sir,
It does.
that article has no bearing and is incapable of being breached, not just by Linturi, but indeed by any cabinet secretary. Let's go to ground 2, sir.
Madam Chair, you can read it.
Let's go to ground 2.
You can read it later as a committee.
Let's go to ground 2, sir, page 6 of your motion. You say there are serious reasons for believing that the cabinet secretary has committed a crime under national law. Correct or incorrect?
In fact, very serious.
Good. Very serious. Please confirm the sections you claim to have been breached are in the penal code. Under paragraph A, under paragraph B on page 7. Correct or incorrect?
I need to read. I need to read.
Please confirm, sir, that the basis you have used for this allegation is the letter allegedly authored by Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi. Is it one of the reasons given in this motion?
Yeah, it's one of the instruments I used.
Is Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi one of your witnesses in this motion?
That document
Is
was
he or
served.
is he not, sir?
We can have him.
Is he listed as one of your witnesses?
We can include him, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other person you have named for these supposed serious reasons?
The reason why Ahmed Nasir is not a witness is because this document was presented to a committee of this house.
It's okay, we'll deal with
You
it.
may not know Akili, the same way I don't know law matters. Let me also educate you on how things work here. Once a document is presented to a committee of the house, it becomes the property of this house. And especially on oath. And it's on that basis that we have used.
Sir, on this ground too, you see the Honorable Linturi is facing investigations, imminent arrests on account of certain disputes. Correct or incorrect?
He admitted himself that he has over 33 cases.
Fair enough. At page 7, you will admit one of the disputes is the petition in the High Court, number E068, Roman 1. Correct or incorrect?
Where are you reading?
Page 7, Roman 1. You have cited a decision in the petition number E068 of 2021.
Among 32 others.
Among 32 others. I'm happy to stick with the 32. You will confirm, besides that particular dispute listed there, you have listed additional disputes on pages 15, Roman X. Correct or incorrect?
Yeah, right.
Going all the way to page 16. Correct or incorrect?
16 what? Going all the way for what?
You have listed those disputes in.
Yeah, you can see
under
that.
Roman 10. Roman 10 goes up to page 16, right?
Yeah, you can see them.
Good. And even Roman 11 is still about those disputes. Correct or incorrect?
But I've told you that's what I've listed. So
cool. Yeah. You will agree with me, sir.
Avoid repetition to save time.
All these 33 cases are personal disputes between the Honorable Linturi and the Honorable Member for Aldai constituency. Either it is fact or it is not.
How does the Aldai member come in forging bank
Those are she is the party to all those 32 cases you have cited, sir.
How does the Aldai member of parliament come in
forgery? Will you answer my question, Honorable Member, that all these 32 cases you have cited, the common denominator for all of them is that they embody a dispute a personal dispute between the Honorable Linturi and the Honorable Member for Aldai constituency.
Not true.
It is not true.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm happy with that answer because we'll come to it to see whether it is true. Let's go to your last allegation against Linturi. number 3 on page 8. Your complaint here is gross misconduct, contrary to the public officer, or rather to the Leadership and Integrity Act. Correct or incorrect?
Yeah, very correct.
You will again confirm, sir, that the specific thing Linturi is alleged to have done is 1, to have been in a spat with journalists. Correct or incorrect?
As we also.
Good. The only other thing he is alleged to have done is to order the closure of some factory. Correct or incorrect?
Which he didn't have powers, and he doesn't.
Good. Now let's come to the spat with journalists. Is any journalist coming to testify that there was a spat between them and the Honorable Linturi?
They did to a committee of this House, which therefore becomes the record of the House.
You have a number of witnesses in your page 193. Have you listed a single journalist
They
who
already
can come and confirm to this committee that the Honorable Linturi was engaged in a spat with them?
Madam Chair, we also, 1. Number 2, once any person appears before a committee of Parliament, whatever they give to Parliament is therefore the property of the House and can be used.
You will agree, sir, again, the material you cite.
But even Wakili yourself, you saw.
No, I didn't see, unfortunately. But let's go to the matter at hand, page 8.
Madam Chair, I'm sure you saw.
I'm asking my questions, Honorable Member.
Page
8 of your motion, allegation number 3. A, you cite there as the basis for this complaint a press statement issued by Ms. Fields Odhiambo, President of the Law Society of Kenya. Correct or incorrect?
Correct.
Is Ms. Fields Odhiambo, President of the Law Society, a journalist?
Of course, you know that's your learned friend.
You answer me. Is she a journalist?
She's your learned friend.
Your Honor, may I say something? We all know that we know our standing. And the question that my learned friend is asking, with tremendous respect to him, is ridiculous.
Honorable Chair, I'm not the one who wrote this motion. This is the witness's motion. They have told you Honorable Linturi was in a spat with journalists, and the evidence is not the testimony of any journalist. It is a press statement issued by the President of the Law Society, who is not a journalist, who has not sworn a witness statement, who is not coming to confirm to you whether she was present at this part. Surely, my colleague must allow me to do my job, and he knows I'm doing my job. He's just cleverly winding the clock for me.
It is important to note that we are doing cross-examination, and it is between Honorable Wamboka and the Council. Please stick to that and respond to all the questions.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. The President of LSK, just like any other Kenyan who saw, who watched what the minister did to that journalist, can I finish?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Was rightly in whatever she did to bring out the matter to the public and condemn it. And that is not the only person who has condemned it. So many Kenyans have condemned it. But more frustrating, I'm afraid the council wants us honestly to talk about things that have been very obvious. And he's been in this committee. Proceed.
Okay, I'll proceed. You accuse the Honorable Linturi, again in this ground 3, of closing a factory.
Which he didn't have any such powers.
Fair enough.
The powers belong to fertilizer board.
Has any of your witnesses sworn a statement?
But that is the law.
Answer
we
my
need-
question, Honorable Mboka. Have you any witness
Madam Chair,
coming to testify?
My testimony is the act.
You know, if you raise your voice, I'll raise mine, and we agree.
And I can do better than that.
So the question is, have you brought any witnesses?
My
to
witness,
confirm the alleged closure of the factory. It's either you
public
have,
knowledge, and my witness is testimony under Madam Chair. I keep reminding Wakili that any documents that face a committee of parliament are admissible. This was canvassed very well by KELS, COO of KELS. I've asked and requested this committee to allow and summon the Mr. Devesh to appear here. Madam Chair, what else? I've said that minister has no power. And the law, it's about the law. My testimony is the law, the act itself.
Honorable Wamboka, please do not debate and don't be emotional. Just respond to the questions.
I'm sorry, I'm emotional because this thing has affected my farmers so much, Madam Chair. It is a very emotional moment for Kenya.
just for the record, Honorable Mboka, we are also very bitter that the wrong man is accused by you. But let's go to page 43 of our response. Page 43, Honorable Chair, is under document number 2 in our battle. Three of our response.
You know, you are a bit unfair. You gave us only one document, all of us. Of course, the minister has resources.
We can give you an extra one.
Please. No, you have resources. Why you not? Page?
That's my widow's battle, 43. You will agree, sir, that on that page is a charge sheet referred against some people. Correct or incorrect?
Wrongly, yes.
Okay. You must agree these are the people who have been charged with the offenses relating to the matter before us.
That does not stop this committee
Fair enough.
from. Let me finish, Wakili.
No,
Please
finish.
allow. But you can't ask then
It
you.
is me who asks questions.
But I've
sir.
not answered.
You answered them the way I asked,
Yes.
not the way you want. So
Can I answer?
let me ask you the question first. Is Linturi one of the accused persons on that charge sheet?
He should be.
Is he?
He should be, because the Constitution
I
vests
think the point is
the mandate in his hands. Yeah.
Let's go to page 49 of
And
the same document.
Chair.
Honorable Wamboka, please.
Chair. Just that because Linturi has not been charged does not mean he cannot be charged tomorrow.
To tomorrow.
Yeah.
What we are doing is
It could be a cover-up so that small innocent Kenyans are charged so that to save face. Madam Chair, we have a document showing that indeed Honorable Linturi tried to tell one of Mr. Devesh at Jacaranda Hotel that he takes
Honorable
responsibility
Wamboka.
on his behalf.
Honorable Wamboka, please respect the process we are in.
Thank you, Chair. Much obliged.
Chair, you know now I'm so frustrated because if the witness keeps debating instead of answering my questions, and that is winding down my clock, then it must be one of the...
Please proceed, Wakili.
Okay, let's go to page 49. In page 49, sir, running
Sorry,
all the way...
just a minute, let me get this.
Chair.
TJ,
Yeah.
Honorable.
Sorry, I've been looking through these documents. Where were you on that first charge sheet that you're talking about?
The charge sheet must be page 43.
It's this document, isn't it?
It is our, yes, 43.
Yes, just let me.
Sir, between page 49 and 62,
Oh, I see.
you will agree we have there the approved organizational structure of the National Cereals and Produce Board.
Between page?
49 and 62. I want to put it to you, sir, that there is nowhere in this official organizational structure of the NCPB in which the cabinet secretary has a power to micromanage the decisions of that semi-autonomous body.
In the first place, I don't know why we are discussing NCPB.
Good.
In law, it is supposed to be fertilizer board.
Let's go to page 63, sir. And I want you to hold 63 together with 64. Honorable Wamboka, this is the tender advert for the fertilizer in question, the one that has kept us all this busy. Is there anywhere in this tender advert you see a requisition for fake fertilizer?
We are here because of fake fertilizer.
Yeah, but the question is there anywhere on that tender advert you see a request for fake fertilizer?
I have not said anywhere
Good.
that the minister or the government requested for fake fertilizer. They requested for proper fertilizer, but then fraudsters decided to bring us.
Are you trying to run away from your own motion because it says not once, twice, or thrice, but 10 times? The accusation you have made, which we read earlier on, is quote unquote that the Honorable Franklin Mizika, acting in his role as the Cabinet Secretary for the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, of quote, approving procurement and distribution of fake fertilizer.
No. Can you chill?
By the NCPB.
Okay, can you chill and I answer you? Because initially you had mischievously omitted by NCPB.
Okay.
Procurement is a process, Mr. Wakili. Procurement is a process. You have to look, it starts at a policy level.
Let's go to page.
Who is in charge of that policy? Who is in charge of policy?
Just a minute, Honorable Wamboka. Once again, you are using terms that are not known to some of us. You are saying to chill, and that is not known to us.
I'm sorry.
I can orient you on that, Chair.
I don't want to be oriented today.
Let's go to page.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Let's go to page 64.
But I'm sure, Wakili, do you understand chilling? No, I want to be sure that my person understands what you're talking about.
Both the slang and more respectable meanings. Yes, I know what it means to chill, both in the context the member is saying, but also in the slang sense.
We are good to go, Chair. You need to get Honorable Member for Kirinyaga to pace you up.
Please, let's go to page 64, sir. There are words highlighted there at the middle of the letter. Can you read them to the tribunal, or rather to the Honorable Committee?
Kindly note that the specifications published in the tender document was indicative. You are required to provide your specifications as per your formulation in line with the KEBS standards, upon which evaluation shall be best for both planting and top dressing. KEBS looked at this and said...
Fair enough. You will agree, sir, by this tender addendum, the requisition was for fertilizer that complies with KEBS standards. It is there in black and white.
Which KEBS said the fertilizer that was provided did not comply.
Let's go to page 66, sir. And I want you to hold page 66. Together with page 94, because it's part of the same document. The Honorable Wanami, that decision is a decision that says...
Just a minute. page
66 of our Bado.
And 90?
Page 66.
and 90 together. Right?
You hold 66 together with 94. This is a decision, Honorable Wanami, by the Public Procurement Administrative Review Board that says who can and cannot be involved with matters to do with procurement. We'll of course submit on it when we get there, but for now, can you read the highlighted words for the Honorable Committee at page 94?
The board therefore accepts the applicant's submission that the commissioners or any other officer or employee of the Teachers Service Commission. How is this relevant here?
Please read. That's all you asked to do for now.
Madam Chair, I thought you ruled that we only discuss things that are relevant here. So where is teachers?
It is relevant, Honorable Chair, to our case, which we will argue when we get there, that cabinet secretaries have no role.
No, but the chair has
to do with procurement, and the accusation before you is that the cabinet secretary approved some procurement decisions.
Honorable Wamboka has requested read, and the members will make their ruling.
Okay. The board therefore accepts the applicant's submission that the commissioners or any other officer or employee of the Teachers Service Commission who are strangers to the procurement proceedings and their decisions to terminate the award of the tender made in favor of the applicant was therefore unlawful. Under the provision of Section 26A of the Act, every procuring entity is required by law to establish a procuring unit, a tender evaluation process, a team, the tender committee, and such other bodies are as required by regulations for the purposes of making decisions on behalf of public entity as specified in the Act and the regulations. Once such bodies have been established, it is only said that only the said bodies were empowered to undertake any tender process to exclusion of everybody else.
So
Chair,
you agree?
Wakili wants us to discuss
question,
the
my
products.
question, sir.
I don't agree with your definition of procurement.
You don't have to agree. Allow me to put my question. As a matter of fact, I don't expect you to agree. But the committee will make a decision. But one of the things I expect you to acknowledge from that decision is that the structure of our procurement laws is that specific duties are assigned to specific persons and organs to the exclusion, that is the language used by the tribunal, of every other public and state office.
You want my comment?
No, just to confirm that that is what the ruling says. If you don't want, I can move to the next question, Honorable Wamboka. Are you aware, sir?
Ask anything, please.
Good.
Yeah.
Are you aware Part 5 of the Procurement Act of this country has a framework called segregation of responsibilities and structured decision making?
I'm aware after it is decided on a policy.
You are aware. You are aware that Part 5 of the Procurement Act assigns duties to various cadres of state and public offices. Are you aware or you're not aware?
I'm aware.
Good. Are you aware, sir, there is no role assigned to a cabinet secretary, whether it is the cabinet secretary for agriculture or for anything, under that framework in Part 5 of the Procurement Act?
Proceed.
Answer my question. Are you aware?
I'm aware, but you want to use the law selectively.
The committee will decide that, but are you aware there is no role in the procurement process of this country and the system of this country assigned to the cabinet?
I said I'm aware. Please
You are
proceed.
aware.
Yeah. I'm saving your time.
Good. Let's go to page 132 of our Bible.
Honorable Chair, that's the famous decision from the Supreme Court. You will agree from page 190, sir, the Supreme Court has said 190, it's highlighted, a number of things to achieve outcomes such as the one you seek before this committee. One of the things at page 190 is that the allegations must be serious and substantial weighty. Correct or incorrect?
Can I read?
This man never did not go to a law school, doesn't have a degree in law. And to ask him what the Supreme Court is saying is not fair.
Your Honor, I'm doing my job. Let my colleague.
No, law is common sense, Your Honor. Law is common sense. In fact, you rise you rise to a higher society in law. If you acknowledge that law is common sense, it's not common sense, it's quite a sophisticated area, and you can't ask him a question that he's asking him. Yeah. You don't actually do what the Supreme Court says.
You know that the cat is out of the bag. I can even skip it because I don't my time it.
No, the lawyers in the Supreme Court are very sophisticated lawyers who have had many years of experience in law. They have received very good education, legal education. This man never went to law school at all.
Senior counsel, that is true, but you are not here to defend him in such a way. Honorable Wamboka, you are at liberty to either say yes or not, or even to not to abstain. Yeah.
Presiding Chair. Presiding Chair.
Yes, Honorable TJ.
Council, we follow you very well. But would you leave these issues of appreciation of law to the committee?
I'm guided, my senior. I'm guided so that we don't take a lot of time.
We also have a very, we have a good staff that is able to. So can you ask issues on fact and so on?
Fair enough, fair enough.
Thank you, Chair, for protecting me from his mischief.
Sir, you denied that the several cases cited in your ground number 2 don't involve the member for Alday. You still want to deny that those are not our personal cases with Linton?
I picked the content of the case specifically that was helping me.
Go to page 190, or rather 228 of our battle. That is the decision, sir, you claim in your motion is the basis of the imminent arrest of the Honorable Linturi. Correct or incorrect? It is either that's what you say or it is not what you have said in your motion.
That in itself, a minister appears to be doing these things.
Please answer my question, sir. Is this the decision you rely upon in your motion to say?
Among other 32 cases.
Of course, let's stick to this one for now. And you say, because the petition was dismissed, therefore Linturi is facing imminent arrest and prosecution, isn't it?
That was covering all the cases.
Good.
Why being selective on one?
We'll go through all of them one by one. So chill. Let's go to page 251, paragraph 119 of that decision.
251.
We can begin with paragraph 87 of that decision, sir.
251.
Paragraph 87 is on 244. 244. Can you see some highlighted ones in 244 in that decision, sir?
Can I read for you?
You don't have to read them, just confirm to me whether you can see some highlighted.
Yeah, my eyes are. Yeah, my eyes are clear.
Good. Let's go to paragraph 92 on page 245. You can see again highlighted words.
245. Yes, let's see.
Same for paragraph 93.
No?
93 on the same page.
293.
No, paragraph 93 on page 245.
Okay. Yes, yes.
And of course, paragraph 119, which I believe is in page 251. The relevant words are highlighted. Sir, when you said the judge ruled against Linturi, have you read those highlighted paragraphs?
But you know, as we read, I don't know what.
Well, you deemed to have read it before you put it in your motion. I'm informing you, sir. All those paragraphs, we are saving the clock. All those paragraphs I've shown you are paragraphs that vindicate.
Can I repeat so that you
complaints.
understand? Can I repeat?
Let me put it to you first, then you can answer.
Yes.
All those paragraphs I've shown you are paragraphs that indicate Linturi's complaint that the member for Aldai and the previous administration were persecuting him for his support of the Honorable William Ruto. And the judge agreed. So when you say the judge ruled against Linturi, you are lying, sir.
Can I respond?
Please do.
Madam Chair, how does Honorable Member for Aldai and Ruto, names come in fake fertilizer? How? You are basing this on one, I thought you said we'll go case by case.
You're the one who is relying on this decision, sir, as the basis of your motion.
Yeah.
Now, when we point out that this decision only vindicates it, now it becomes convenient for you to say we are bringing member for Aldai and the president. Of course, we are bringing them because it is mentioned in that ruling.
The
and
members,
those were the issues before the judge.
the honorable members have time to go through all these cases. So relax. Okay. All that I said is clear.
To the next area. Let's go to
and it's true. So Aldai member of parliament has not come anywhere.
Let's go to 252.
For?
Page 252, that is document number 10, Honorable Chair, in our budget.
Honorable Omanyo.
I think for now, because that honorable member is not here, we should not really drag her name in the fake fertilizer scam. Let us focus on the farmers' issues. Fake fertilizer is why we are here mainly.
I'm there, Wakili.
George, do you want to say something?
Well,
because Judge might be mentioning it, Chair. If the mover is happy to drop ground 2,
I can't.
Then if he can't, and it is based on issues to do with the member for Aldai, he can't eat his cake and have it. He cannot, on one hand, rely on 32 decisions involving the member for Aldai. That is the evidence in support of his ground 2. When we mention it, we are told you can't drag the poor member because.
Yeah. What I mean is she's not here. Why are we discussing and she's not here?
Because it's our cases being relied upon.
Then we mention when she's here. We are most.
Honorable Omanyo, please. Let us give Sir George time to say something, then I will.
Unless the fake fertilizer is in that story. If it is not in that story, we are wasting time.
Just a little clarification. The reason we are here is because there are 3 grounds upon which the court approved the motion. And we are required to have the 3 grounds substantiated. The 3 grounds cannot be substantiated unless evidence is tendered. Evidence will be tendered in support, evidence will be tendered against. So whichever way, we have to look at evidence from both sides. As being stated, ground number 2, which we have all read, is actually on the cases which number about 30. And it's important because they are mentioned in the motion, they must also be responded to. And unfortunately, they refer to different persons who are parties to those cases, but they are not here. But we have to cite them the way they are. But of course, we cannot go into details that are not in the case. We are restrained from going into details that are not in those cases.
What I also mean is, we do not want to be pigeonholed on one honorable of Aldai all the time, taking 90% of this. If there are three, can we go to most important?
Honorable Omanyo, I understand your concern, but the truth of the matter is allegation number 2 concerns the said member of parliament. So allow the proceedings, then we will get to conclusion. Please, she has to be mentioned because the sponsor himself included and mentioned her. And we cannot run away. We don't want to hear those stories. But the truth of the matter is we cannot run away now unless the sponsor agrees to.
With the program, so then we will not mention.
What do you mean?
Chair, Madam Chair.
Yes, Honorable
I think
TJ.
the advice.
Then Honorable Moses.
No, to help all of us. I think the issue is just don't mention the member adversely. As long as you are discussing, you can discuss her to prove the fact that she is the reason those cases were decided the way they were decided. But be very careful that it would be walking a very thin line, not to disparage a member who is not here, who is not able to respond to him, to the issues that are here.
That's perfectly in order, Honorable Chair, and I'm guided. And in fact, I have no intention. I do acknowledge the difficulties and sensitivities of this matter. But like I said, the mover cannot eat his cake and have it. As long as he's not willing to withdraw ground 2, which is based on those allegations.
But how, and is the truth? How do you withdraw truth?
Honorable Chair, can I proceed to the next?
Just a minute.
I said I need somebody up in the hotel lobby, come on.
5-2, sir. We are still on your ground 2 about serious reasons for suspecting that the Honorable Linturi has committed a crime under national law. You will confirm that is a letter, sir, from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, correct or incorrect?
I've seen it here.
You will confirm this letter is
I can't confirm. I mean, yeah, I can't.
Okay, let's confirm what it reads.
Yeah.
It reads that it was written on 31st May 2023. That's roughly 1 year ago.
Yeah.
So this letter was actually written before the fertilizer scandal arose, isn't it? Correct or incorrect? The date there, is it before or after the rise of the matter now before the committee?
The committee will determine because this is
fair
just,
enough.
you are just
the point
wasting,
is made,
just
Honorable
wasting
Nami,
our
even
time.
if you don't answer. Can you please read the letter beginning with the word? First of all, what is the subject of this letter? The reference?
The committee will decide.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair
as I
enough.
said.
Honorable Chair, I'm inviting you to know the witness is not answering questions so that I save on time. Can you read for us?
I thought, Madam Chair, I'm allowed to even just keep quiet. If I think the questions he's asking don't make sense, you guided that I can keep quiet.
You have no power, sir, to decide whether my questions make sense. So please read the letter for us.
But the chair directed that I can keep quiet.
Honorable Chair, I request that
And I choose to believe the chair.
read the letter beginning with the word investigations on the body.
You read that letter.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, where, Chair? Investigations on the above were conducted by the Directorate and the resultant file forwarded to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, ODPP, for perusal and advice.
Go on.
The ODPP, via his letter referenced ODPP, CAM 1 dated 11 May 2023 advised that the file be closed with no further police action.
So the ODPP advised that this matter, the very matter you want Honorable Linturi removed from office, was investigated, reviewed, and the file closed, not yesterday, not last month, not 2 months ago, but 1 year ago on 11th. Do you still wish, sir, to maintain ground 2 of your motion now that you've seen this letter?
Madam Chair, let the court go through those cases.
Fair enough.
And go through the content. It brings the character in the minister.
Let's go to 253,
through these
sir.
cases.
Let's go to 253.
So the Wakili wants to have a blanket, look good on TV about this thing, but you can't sanitize the fact that it's fake fertilizer and people are dying of hunger because of that.
Sir, let's go to the decision at page 253. You confirm that is a decision of the High Court of Kenya in civil case number E086 of 2019. Correct or incorrect?
I can see the High Court of Kenya,
Good.
Republic of Kenya, court name, Milimani High
That's
Court.
one of the cases cited in your motion. I now want you to read page 261, the part that is highlighted, because that part was in favor of the Honorable Linturi. You will confirm the court not only upheld on Linturi's claim, but it actually awarded him a sum of 21 million shillings and the other figures given there. True or untrue?
Where do you want me to read?
On page 261. Is it not true that the first defendant's counterclaim?
Madam Chair, is this relevant really?
It is you, sir, who has brought the case to us.
Yes, the content of this case brings out, it justifies. Why 33 cases? Why don't you have cases, you?
So, are you telling this committee, Honorable Wanami, if the
Okay,
High Court
I'll read. The first defendant's counterclaim is allowed on terms that judgment is entered for the first defendant against the plaintiff, second, third, fourth, jointly and severally for a sum of 21 million with the interest at a court rate from the dead.
And I'm telling you, that's actually a decision in favor of the Honorable Linturi. On the very same matter you want him removed from office, the High Court not only upheld his claim, but actually awarded him a whole 21 million shillings. Okay, let's go to the next decision, sir. Now, page 263. This is one again of the 32 cases. This is the Environment and Land Court case number E393 of 2021. Correct or incorrect?
Madam Chair, I still insist that you have all these documents. The relevance of this to me.
Please answer my question, sir.
Okay, proceed.
Order, Honorable Wamboka. You know what we are doing. We are doing the cross-examination. And what the council is doing is the right thing. Just respond to the questions, please.
Proceed,
In this ruling, did or did the judge not rule in favor of Honorable Linturi?
I've not read it.
Okay.
Where should I read it?
We'll address it in submissions, but I'm putting it to you there. It's in black and white. The judge ruled against the honorable member for a day and in favor of the honorable Linturi. Let's go to page 217.
Counsel,
Yes.
Counsel, I follow the ruling you have just referred to.
Yes.
But I've been struggling to follow the ruling, the previous judgment.
Okay.
Because I see the plaintiff and a defendant. And that
Are you aware, have you read this ruling to confirm that the judge again ruled in favor of honorable Linturi?
I've read these cases, yes.
So the judge ruled in favor of honorable Linturi. Let's go to page 278.
Madam Chair, in a case you don't not only consider the ruling. There is a lot. Why are you laughing?
It's because I'm wondering what cases are about if it's not about judgments and rulings.
Counsel, you really cannot intimidate me. The real fact out of this is that whether Honorable Linturi's character is questionable or not. And when you go through, protect me from Wakili, who is also my friend, kindly. Yeah.
You are well,
murmuring loudly.
honorable member.
You are murmuring loudly.
You are well protected.
So I will invite you when you now when you go to write your judgment, please go case by case. All the 33 of them. The good lawyer is trying to be very selective in the manner he wants to bring out his points, but the judgment is with you. Proceed.
As a matter of fact, sir, so that we can even wrap this area, because I don't have to show you all of them.
Maybe before you proceed, Honorable Wamboka, you have mentioned matters to do with the character of the CS. And I think what we are looking at is the fertilizer. That means it is his office, his performance, and his work. But let us not.
Madam, my charge is that reasons to believe, serious reasons for a crime. And honestly, on this, even the Constitution itself, the threshold is very low.
Fine.
It talks of serious reasons, not serious crimes. Yeah.
So I'll put it to you, Honorable.
He can't comment about that, of course.
Because that's not my job, sir. I'm here to ask you questions. You will confirm again the document, which is the judgment at page 287, was a decision in favor of Honorable Linturi. Correct or incorrect? I think the point is made. Let's go to 306. Are you at 306, the Honorable Anami?
Yes, I'm there.
That is yet another High Court decision. We've just finished the Court of Appeal one in favor of Honorable Linturi on the matters you've raised in ground 2. Correct or incorrect?
This is now about 4 out of 33.
As a matter of fact, out of the 33, do you have any that was ruled against Linturi?
The committee has every evidence.
Be concluding, please.
I will take you, sir, to 361.
In fact, more than that.
It's 1 hour and we are concluding.
Honorable Chair, because of the interjections, I had already said you give my learned friend 20 minutes.
But at some point, the
so
clock
I can
was
ask
not
two
working.
questions, then see the floor to him. I will crave, given all the interjections. A good chunk of my time was actually spent on the interjections. Mawera will not take more than 20 minutes, and I will only ask one question, then he can take the floor.
No.
Dr. Rachel?
Well, Chair, for consistency, since we did that in the morning for the Honorable Wamboka's team, I think...
We were not added any minute for the record. No. And Chair, I'm worried because we have witnesses and looking at the time you have to finish this matter, if we go on like this, we may need 2 weeks. And you know we have timelines.
Chair, just allow me, kindly, Chair. I think it is very important that the Honorable Member understands that if he only responded to the questions Council was asking, we would save a lot of time. And it is not that,
as a practicing advocate, I am pained to see how he's belaboring to get a simple answer from you. So kindly, even when we have the other team presenting, let us respond to questions so that we can move and get the gist of the matter.
Well guided.
Chair, I would also want to be on record that we actually added him some time because of the interruptions that we've had. So it is not correct to say that was not added time
Chair,
in the morning session.
This is a
So
house
if
of
we need to
records.
add time, we should add because he was also added.
Okay,
Chair,
Honorable Rachel.
This is a house of records.
We were not added anytime.
Please, Honorable Wamboka, let the members raise their concerns, yeah.
Yes, I just want to confirm that in the morning, we added time to his team. And this can be confirmed. And for consistency, I think we need also to be kind to both parties. Just a few minutes.
Chairs, 1 minute. You remember in the morning I kept saying, I have finished. When you reminded me about time, say, I've finished. I'm just trying to buy time. You did not add any time to us.
Honorable Wamboka, just give us some few minutes.
Yeah, Chair, I think the issue of time is a critical issue. And, you know, in our rules, we did set a timeline and we did set a timetable. We've already breached it, which was unfortunate because we needed to have deliberated as a committee and agreed whether we will be adding time. Now, we have opened up a Pandora's box. If we are going to start this process, then everybody can keep asking for additional time. The Honorable Wamboka will ask to cross-examine for another 30 minutes or whatever it is. So I don't know, we need to be careful because again, we have the timelines. We have to finish some business today. We also have business for tomorrow. We have to have their closing submission. So I don't know whether the extension of time is really necessary. But at the same time, I also wouldn't want to deny an opportunity for any question that is important also to be asked so that we can also, you know, appraise ourselves in what is really going on.
Chair, I think it is also on record from your end that during when he was presenting, you actually said that we'll add him some time because of the interruptions, because we are saying that the clock should be stopped, but you said, no, let it go on. We are taking note of that. We'll add you, and it's on record.
Thank you,
So I don't
Honorable
think we should-
Moses.
And Chairman, maybe for future, beginning with this one, when Council asks for a question, which requires just yes or no, but then the respondent says yes, but proceeds to do an explanation, whose time is the respondent eating into? Thank you.
Thank you. I think we can conclude on this. We have delayed because Honorable Wamboka, instead of just responding, has been debating in some cases. So because of that, we will add you not 20 minutes, but at least 15 minutes. So proceed.
Much obliged. My last question to you, Honorable Wamboka, is you open page 367 of our battle. Page 367. And I want you to hold it to 368, which is the delivery note. You will agree, the Honorable Wamboka, that that's a letter dated 20th December 2023, correct or incorrect?
Yes.
It is a letter by the Honorable Linturi, correct or incorrect?
Yes.
This date of 20th December again is long before the scandal we're now dealing with, correct or incorrect? You don't have to agree, but we need to hear your answer.
Not sure.
Not sure, good. Now read for us this letter that Linturi wrote to the NCPB. It's enough if you read the parts that have been highlighted. What did the Honorable Linturi?
There is therefore need to ascertain the quality and composition of fertilizers before delivery to ensure that farmers get the right fertilizer to suit their planting requirements and boost agricultural productivity. Ask the suppliers to confirm in writing the fertilizer chemical composition they will supply before delivery.
You will agree based on this letter, sir, and it has a delivery note there, that contrary to your allegations, the Honorable Linturi actually went out of his way to advise the parastatal in question to ensure the fertilizer was of the correct chemical composition. Is that what the document says, or is it my imagination?
Madam Chair, can I say something? Or
Honorable Chair, I see
He has asked you the question. He has asked you the question.
Honorable Chair, my name is Boniface Morero. Honorable Amboka, you've talked about, you made heavy weather in your exam in chief about some letters that were signed by the PS and were copied to the cabinet secretary. And in your motion, I want to refer you to those letters. Turn to page 263 of your motion. Are you there? Is that letter on page 263 of your motion that was signed by the PS, is it copied to the cabinet secretary? Yes or no?
I said some. This is not copied.
It is not copied.
Yeah, I said some.
The letter on page 264. Is it even signed? Can we tell the person under whose hand this letter was issued?
I responded in the morning and said there's a page you are lacking.
So we cannot tell under whose hand this letter was issued, correct?
Given time, we can bring
At
it.
the moment, can we tell or not?
I already talked about it in the morning.
It's a yes no question. Can we tell?
No.
On the face of this document, can we see who signed this letter?
No.
On page 265, the next page, is that letter by the PS copied to the CS?
No.
Go back to page 260, page 262. Just like the letter on page 264, can we tell under whose hand that letter was issued? Is that letter signed? Yes or no?
This is just a filing mistake. It is not.
It is not signed.
Yeah.
Turn with me to page 267. Just like the other letters, is that letter signed? Can we tell under whose hand it was issued?
Yes, it is signed.
By who?
It's a continuation. 267, the next one is continuous.
Okay.
By Dr. Kiprono Rono.
No, on my bundle, Honorable Chair, page 267 is not signed.
This is a continuation. It continues here. Yeah.
Okay. Honorable Chair, I think that was a filing mistake because on mine, as you can see, page 267 and page 268, there is a missing signature part there.
Chair, just a minute. 267 is one letter. It continues to the next page. That is why we have not paginated it to 268. 268 goes to the next.
Okay,
so
on mine, then there was an error on your part, but let us.
No, it's not an error.
It's an error because on mine.
Chair.
Order.
Chair.
We will not allow you to continue arguing. I can just confirm even my file does not have page 268.
Can I explain to you, Chair, just briefly?
260?
267,
Yes.
there is the next page is not paginated because it's one letter. 267 and the next page. So the next page therefore becomes 268.
In my bundle, you did not have me that letter. Let it go on record.
I did not have.
In my bundle, the one that was served, that part is not there.
Order.
But we can move. We can
No.
Yeah, we can move away, but I have just received
Yes.
one of the files that has the other side of the page,
Yeah.
which confirms that Dr. Kiprono Rono.
Yes. Yeah.
But we can move on. We can move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
These are small photocopying mistakes, trivial mistakes.
Order, Honorable, and Council, please let us allow the Vice Chair to say.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I also am suffering the same fate that you have raised, that some of them don't seem to be signed. But the fact that some of the documents have a second page which is signed might also mean that, the filing of our records or our documents has a problem. I don't know whether we are going to apportion blame to the sponsor, because if some of the documents here are signed and some are not signed, then maybe that's something we may need to discuss later.
Very well, Vice Chair. I am guided accordingly. My only point was, of all those letters that he said were copied to the CS, I believe only one that I've seen is copied to the CS. All the others, close to 10, none was copied to the CS. That is the point, and I believe the point is made. So, Honorable,
can I respond to that?
Turn to page 9.
Can I respond to that?
No, but the point, we've moved on from that.
Page?
Or do you have any other letters that are signed by the CS? Do you have?
I said some letters.
Only one.
But it was signed by the PS.
Very well.
And the reason we put most of these letters.
Order, we are not here to argue. Ask the question and honorable member respond to the question, please.
Turn with me to page 9 of the motion. Page 9 of the motion. Page 9 of the, under the allegation 3C, the allegation is gross misconduct. And you accuse the CS. In fact, it is, I'm saying, it is page 10. It is page 10, where you accuse the CS of misleading the public by submitting false information to the Department of Commission on Agriculture.
Yes.
That what was distributed is GPC, that Omesius is soil condition and not fertilizer. Now, I want to point you, I want to refer you to page 60 of our volume, of our response of our affidavits. And as you look at page 361, look at page 85 of the motion.
361.
Yes, 361 and 85. 361 of our affidavit of our response and 85 of the motion.
Some minutes, let me get there.
For purposes of time, Chair, you allow me to read what you submitted in evidence as a submission by the CS to the Departmental Committee. Roman 3 on page 85, and the product supplied by 51 Capital Limited was not sold soil condition. This is the allegation, correct?
On
page 85, this is the allegation.
Let me just go there. Relax.
Can I show you?
85, I'll get it. Relax.
Roman 3, you will agree with me that your allegation is that the CS submitted to the Departmental Committee that what was applied by 51 Capital was not sold as chemical fertilizer, but as soil condition. That is your allegation, correct?
Yes.
Now, turn with me to page 361. That is the agency agreement between NCPB, not the CS, NCPB, and 51 Capital African Diatomite Industries.
I said as submitted to the committee.
As submitted to the Department of Committee.
Yes.
This is the agency agreement.
I'm talking about what is submitted to the committee.
Very well.
Yeah.
I want you to look at that agency agreement and show me
where have I mentioned
the word fertilizer is used.
Where have I mentioned this? Yeah, be within
Just
context.
turn to the agreement.
But be within context. I said the parliamentary.
Turn with me to page 362 of our response.
Yeah.
What products are being supplied.
You see, you're answering your own, you are framing your own questions.
Just read out what products are being supplied by 51 Capital.
Madam Chair, let me seek your guidance here. On my motion, I've referred to what he submitted to the Committee of Agriculture. My good wakili is taking me elsewhere. So what am I supposed to do?
On page 85, what the CES says under Roman 1 is that the NCPB signed an agency agreement with 51 Capital. Correct or incorrect? These are your documents.
What the CS told, the Committee of Agriculture about soil conditioner.
No, I'm saying the CS said, that is the Roman 1.
I said the CS lied to the Agriculture Committee.
That is what you say.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, before the committee, the CS said there was an agency agreement.
Can we go to the minutes to what he presented to the committee?
Yes, Roman 1. I am there. Read out Roman 1 on page 85. It's 85.
Madam Chair, maybe with regards to whatever council is asking, let it be clear that whatever they want Mr. Wamboka to refer to is a document by Mr. Linturi, not him. He doesn't have the contents of that document. Yes, it's part of the records, it's part of this house, but he didn't author that document. We cannot present on the same. We cannot.
Page 85.
It starts from page 77.
The point here is,
yes.
The point here is
it starts from page 77. His response.
Yes.
I just picked his response, submission to the yes.
Correct, yes. But the CS said at Roman 1 about this agency agreement, the one that is detailed at the 1st of March 2022. Correct or incorrect?
Where are you reading?
Page 85.
Page 85. Time is moving.
We have to have just 2 minutes because clearly it's frustrating.
No, just read.
Roman 1 on page 85. What does the CS say?
NCPB signed agency agreement with 51 Capital Africa Diatomite Industry.
To confirm that the judge again ruled in favor of. I'm wondering what cases are about if it's not about judgments and rulings.
Of course he was not a CS. Okay. Who has said he was a CS?
Turn with me to page 361. Is that the document dated at the 1st of March?
Of which document? I mean, which mine or yours?
Of my response, of the CS's response, not mine.
361.
Is that document dated at the 1st of March 2022?
Yes.
Is that an agency contract?
Yeah, it's written an agency contract.
I want you to peruse that entire document. It is from page 361 to page 365. And tell me why it uses the word fertilizer.
I will need time to do that.
In fact,
I will need time to do
page
that.
362, what products are to be supplied by 51 Capital?
Concluding now. Time is up, please.
I'm getting sure. You will agree with me that on page 362 rather, in the agreement, the principal, who is 51 Africa Diatomite Industries, is desirous of selling a variety of products. Does it state fertilizer?
I need to go through it.
Is GPC diatomaceous listed among those products?
I need to go through
it. Is the word fertilizer used even one time?
I have not gone through it, but listen, the component, what constitutes
my last
fertilizer?
question to you,
The
my
chemical
last question.
components of fertilizer.
Was the subsidy program in existence on the date of this agreement?
The subsidy.
In your motion, you say it began with the Kenya Kwanza administration. So clearly, it was not.
Can I tell you, if you look at manifesto of Kenya Kwanza, it is Dr. William Ruto, the head of Kenya Kwanza government, who spoke about subsidy of fertilizer.
Thank you. It was not there as of the 1st of March.
Time is up.
Thank
Thank you, Council. Thank you, Honorable Wamboka.
Thank you.
Maybe just like the exam to correct some issues.
Can donate it. Please.
Honorable Wamboka.
Please.
Honorable Wamboka to do the re-examination by your council, and that is just 10 minutes, please.
I'll take 3 minutes, then my council will assist me during the final part. Honorable Wamboka, issues have been raised as to regards to the crux of your motion.
As regards to?
The content, the basis of your motion. Can you confirm to this House that, can I refer to page 2?
Yes.
That the basis of your motion is gross violation of the provisions of the Constitution, particularly Section 10, Article 10 of the Constitution?
Yes.
And can you confirm to this House that that article mandates the CS to be transparent?
It does. It does. Factor together with 73 mandates the CS to be open.
And confirm to this House that from the video clip that we played, the CS was not transparent.
He was not transparent. He continued giving very different views of what he understands of the fertilizer scandal. As it was seen, replayed here, he saw it.
Do you know that the courts have ruled that violation of Article 10 and any other written law constitutes gross violation?
Exactly, and that is why I put this motion. And in the considered opinion of our Speaker, Dr. Moses Wetangula, it met the threshold.
And as per your chief examination in chief, you did confirm to this House that indeed the CS did not follow the procedure when he appointed the committee instead of the board.
He did not follow that which Constitution expected him shall. He did not actualize that. In fact, on the basis of that only, he needs to be home yesterday.
Then kindly confirm to this committee that from the clip that we played there, the CS confirmed procuring the fertilizer.
He kept talking about we. We. My understanding of basic English, we, it means you are part of it.
Finally, you've been referred to page 77 of your document.
Yes.
Did you prepare that document?
No.
Do you know the contents of that document?
It was prepared by the Honorable Linturi, presented to the Committee of National Assembly for Agriculture.
And can you confirm these are public documents once it's presented?
It is a public document. Once it's presented to the House, it becomes a public document.
I want to refer you to their documents, particularly page 361.
Page
361. The agency contract. 361.
Yes, I'm there.
What are the parties in that contract?
361?
361. Maybe you can use this one.
No.
Just take this one. Who are the parties in that agreement?
National Cereals and Produce Board and 51 Capital.
Are you a party to that agreement?
No, I'm not.
Were you there when it was being negotiated?
No.
Do you know the contents of that agreement?
As I can see, but I was not part of it.
I don't have my time to listen here.
Yes, yeah.
I'm here to assist you. Yeah. Let me
Proceed.
just assist you. Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay.
Very, very simple question. Please answer the question. The honorable members don't want us to waste time. They are very good.
Yes.
Yes. Now, thank you very much. Thank you. Very simple question. Now, who is the head of the Ministry for Agriculture?
The Honorable Franklin Mithika Linturi, who is seated here. Yes.
And so he is responsible to make sure that things are working very well smoothly.
Yes, as he confirmed in the videos.
Yes. And if something goes wrong, who will be asked?
The buck stops with him, the Minister, Honorable Linturi.
Now, there is the closing of the factory. Remember you told
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Honorable Minister about
In a document presented to this house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that regular or not regular?
It was irregular because nowhere in his responsibilities as a minister do I come across any such action. In fact, it's criminal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I know you didn't go to the hospital.
Yes. Yes.
And did very well.
I'm planning to go.
Yes. You're planning.
I can deal with my friend.
I'm glad to hear that. Would you, closing of a factory, would you classify it as legal matter or as a criminal matter according to?
It's criminal. It's criminal. It's very criminal. Yes, it's very criminal. Yeah. Yeah, you're sabotaging a whole enterprise. Yeah. Not in law school. I'm planning to go to the law school. Yes. 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 Yes, I did. Yes, very well. Yeah.
What did you get? A degree?
Yes, a degree.
Okay.
Yes.
Bachelor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Political science.
Political science.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. Political science is a very, very respected education. Yeah. In fact, yeah. Now, the other question of that you have been a member of parliament.
Yes.
Yeah. For which constituency?
Bumula constituency, Bungoma County.
Yeah. How many times?
This is my first time. I'm my first time member of parliament.
You are
Yes.
first time member of parliament.
Yes.
You know, in parliament, you have got some wonderful things called committees and what and so on.
I chair a public investments committee on governance and education.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, there was a reference to a charge sheet. You remember? Yeah. A charge sheet.
Yes.
You know, yeah. You remember there was a reference to a charge sheet.
Yes.
You know anything about this charge sheet?
Which charge sheet?
A charge sheet, a criminal charge sheet was shown to you.
About Dinesh?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I think Kiambu was.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. What would you like to tell the honorable members about this charge sheet?
The members who are charged, I think it's intimidation
Yes.
from the government
Yes.
and trying to cover up
Yes.
so that the real people who are in charge of the ministry
Yes.
are not brought to book.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a preemptive thing.
Yes.
The day this motion went through in parliament
Yes.
is the day this thing came up in Kiambu.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's very, your guess is as good as mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, people.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. Yeah, yeah. That people are trying to cover up. That I may not say corrupt, but indeed they're trying to cover up so that the real people are not brought to book.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Now, let me go on. They talk about procurement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Procurement is a process.
It's a process.
Honorable committee. Procurement starts at a policy level. Who drives the policy of a ministry? Is the minister. Yeah. That is where procurement starts.
Yes.
Procurement is a process. Is a process.
Honorable Amboka, time is moving. You have 1 minute.
Yeah.
Council. Yeah.
Again, I thank you. You have been very generous. And I thank you so very much. Yeah. Now, one final question. One final question.
Yes.
Why did you proceed against this?
Nothing.
You appear to be a family friend. You wine together, you drink together, you eat together.
I've been disturbed because the affected people, some of them are constituents and Kenyan at large. It's an issue that they have suffered, and nowhere else they look at us to provide to them solutions such as this. Yeah, nothing personal. In fact, after this, he will remain being my friend. Yeah.
Now, you remember, Sabino, when he was talking, addressing the honorable members, referred to something called portfolio corruption.
Yes.
You remember?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Portfolio corruption, the same thing as ministerial corruption.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes, I do remember very well.
Yeah.
And all this that is happening in a ministry, I would refer to it as ministerial corruption.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you are asking the honorable members. Selected copy.
Senior counsel, time is up.
No, you are
In the same spirit, you can add us also 5 minutes.
Yeah, you are
In the
asking,
same spirit.
yeah, you are asking the honorable members to use this opportunity to eradicate portfolio corruption in the country.
Portfolio and ministerial corruption
Thank you very much.
must be eradicated
Thank you.
and will be eradicated.
Thank you.
And I said we have faith
Thank you.
in this honorable committee, and Kenyans are watching. Kenyans are.
We
The
are
good thing,
Honorable Wamboka, we are adding you 5 minutes.
Yes.
Please conclude.
Now, you remember the Learned Council said that he himself does not go to church regularly. He's not religious.
I'm very religious.
You are very religious.
Mm.
And you comply with our constitution, which says that we pay respect to the Almighty God. That's the first sentence.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
And I believe that in just
Kenyans are supposed to be religious,
Yes.
except the Learned Council. Is that correct?
that is his choice. That is his choice, yeah. But all of us in before God are equal,
Yes.
and no one should suffer in the hands. No Kenyan
Yes.
should suffer in the hands of
And
another
you have
Kenyan.
You have tried as much as possible to be honest and tell the court truth.
I can carry the Bible again. Everything I've said is truth.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and truth, nothing but the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
And the truth shall set me free.
Yeah, so that we can see Honorable Minister go back to his rural home. Thank you very much.
Yes, yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. I silence the hearing.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Three minutes.
Madam Chair, we are done with the witness. You can take the second witness.
We are generous to the committee. We donate the time to the senior counsel.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I want to invite the members of the committee. If they have any clarification, please do, and let us limit to 2 questions, 2 minutes. Sir George?
I think he can note I think he can note from his seat, and then he can respond from there, so that we don't keep him standing for too long. If we can just be quick, and then we are able to. Now, my question, the clarification I wish to seek, and it may be from the witness or even his counsel, is on the Fertilizer and Animal Foods Act, in which the witness kept on saying it provides that the cabinet secretary shall. Unfortunately, I was not able to find those words, and I need to be helped to find them. Number 2, on it again, he kept on saying that the cabinet secretary had not operationalized the act. Yet he went ahead to appoint a committee. That does not rhyme, because if it was not operational, a committee could not have been appointed. Then he went on to say that failure to appoint the board was in contravention of the law. Which particular section of the Fertilizer and Animal Foods Act provides that the board must be appointed by a specific date? And on that alone, I got to the documents of the mover sponsor of the motion at page 267, in which the cabinet secretary is accused of having appointed a committee instead of a board. I have looked at the letter, and it is signed by the principal secretary, not by the cabinet secretary. I require clarification why this act of the principal secretary is directly attributed to the cabinet secretary. And finally, the witness—
Your time is up, Honorable. Please, just conclude.
What I want to know is the closure of